So some of you guys are having questions about what prime numbers are and how to do prime factorization. Prime numbers are just numbers that are divisible by itself and 1. So for example, 2 divided by 2 is 1. 2 divided by 1 is 2, so that is prime. If you divide it by any other number than 2 and 1, you'll get a decimal. So say we go to 13. 13 is divisible by 1. It's also divisible by 13, but if you divide it by any other number, you'll get a decimal. On the opposite side, say you have the number 9. 9 is divisible by 9. It's also divisible by 1, but if you divide 9 by 3, you get a whole number. So that means 9 is not prime, because you could divide it by something other than itself and 1. 12, for example, you could divide 12 by 1, you could divide 12 by 12, but you can also divide it by 4, you could divide it by 3, you could divide it by 2, you could divide it by 6. So all of that makes 12 not a prime number. Your prime numbers for the rest of the chapter are always going to be the same. They're always going to be that. Yes, there are infinite amount of prime numbers, but usually you only need up to 23. So prime factorization, say you had the number, we'll start easy, 21. What times what is 21? 3 and 7. Is 3 prime? Check your list. Yes, it is, so circle it. Is 7 prime? Check your list. Yes, it is, so circle it. So your prime factorization is 3 times 7. That's your answer. Say you had 16. What are any two numbers that multiply to 16? There are multiple different ways to do that, but no matter what you do, if you do it correct, you'll come out with the same final answer. So say I chose 2 and 8. Are either of these prime? Check your list. 2 is prime, so circle it. Now break down your 8, because your 8 is not on your list. What multiplies to 8? 4 and 2. Are either of those prime? 2 is. Circle it. Is 4 on your list? Nope. So you know 2 numbers multiply to 4. What 2 numbers multiply to 4? 2 and 2. Is 2 prime? Yes, it is, so circle them. So your prime factorization is 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. Now from the other day, you know that this is the same thing as 2 to the 4th, because there's 4 2's. So now let's get a little crazy. Say we had the number, 150. You might say to yourself, I have no idea what multiplies to 150. Take your calculator. Start with your first prime number. Is 150 divisible by 2? Yes, it is, 2 and 75. Are either of those prime? 2 is, so circle it. Now you have 75. You might not know what multiplies to 75. You might know, but in case you didn't, you'd say to yourself, okay, let me start with my 2 again. Is 75 divisible by 2? Hopefully you said no, because 75 is an odd number. So move to your next prime, which is 3. Is